Hi, we are from Group 10 and today we would like to discuss on the topic of gravitational force. We hope that you like our video. Now, let us begin our lesson.
The young Isaac Newton is sitting in his garden when an apple falls on his head. After seeing the apples fall straight to the ground, he gets inspired and comes up with the theory of gravity. Later on, he spent several years working on the mathematics showing that the force of gravity decreases as the inverse square of the distance. Gravity represents the attraction between objects. All objects with mass are affected by gravity. Gravity acts like a magnet, pulling objects together.
After we are familiar with the theory of the gravity, now let's discuss about the gravity on Earth, which are divided into three sections. Firstly, the center of the gravity. Second, the acceleration of the gravity. And lastly is the difference between the mass and the weight. The gravity of Earth holds everything close to this planet, including animals, humans, and buildings. As you go higher up, the gravitational force gets weaker, while go down into the Earth, the gravitational force gets stronger. At the center, the gravitational force is zero because equal mass pulling on you from all sides and it all cancels. A free-falling object is an object that is falling downward under the influence of gravity at the rate of 9.8 meters per second square. The mass, size, and the shape of the object are not a factor in describing the motion of the object. So, all objects, regardless of the size or shape, free fall with the same acceleration.
Did you know the difference between mass and weight? Basically, mass is how much matter, while weight is the measure of gravitational force on object. Mass will stay the same everywhere, but weight will change depending on how much the gravity of that planet pulls on you. Gravity on the moon is much less. The moon has smaller mass, therefore it pulls with less gravity. If one can stand on the surface of the moon, will experience only 70% gravity when compared to the gravity on the Earth. The acceleration due to gravity of the moon is 1.62 meters per second square. What keeps the moon from falling down? There is a force of attraction towards the Earth. Instead of falling, the moon curves orbit around the Earth and ends up revolving around Earth. If there wasn't a force acting, the moon would be traveling in a straight line. Now, let us take a look at the application of gravitational force. The first application is a flight. Flight proves the ability of heavy objects to break away from gravity. The most important principle is known as Bernoulli principle. For example, the curve of the top of the wing reduces the pressure of the air over the top of the wing. Next application is hot air balloon. Balloons often seem to defy gravity. This is because hot air inside the balloon tends to rise because it is less dense than cooler air. To come down, the pilot allows the air to escape or to cool down and the balloon descends. Third application is about the object floating on water. When an object floats on top of water, the gravity is still in play. The object must displace enough water to make up the same mass as the object itself. Then the remaining mass then sits on the top of water. The last application is about the tides. Tides are the rise and fall of the ocean level. The Earth's tides are caused by the moon's gravitational pull on the ocean. High tides occur when the Earth and moon are facing each other. Moon is exerting its greatest pull on the ocean.
That's the end of our video. Before that, let me introduce to you the person behind this video. First, Alin Afina as a narrator 1, Megawati as a narrator 2, and Fairul as an editor. That's all from us. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon.